just keep fighting each and every game because it's any given Sunday.
Welcome to Mustard Cat Sports, folks. We are back with a special one today. This is our first in-person one. I'm here with Sam. Sam, hello.
Hello. It's good to be in my own house.
I know. It's good to be here rather than on a computer. So
It is.
we're here. This is kind of a halfway through the Wildcard weekend. It's Sunday night. It's right before the Bucks game. We're just going to kind of react to a lot of the games that happened today and yesterday, and kind of give our hot takes and what went on. So, Sam, do you want to start off on Saturday, or do you want to hit it right off the get-go with what happened just recently?
We can run over a little bit of Saturday games.
Okay,
Saturday
we'll
games.
start with Saturday. So, Chargers and Texans. Everyone knows Texans won 32-12. Sam, I don't know if you were expecting that.
I think probably 90% of the U.S. were expecting the Chargers to win. Texas was the only state that probably expected the Texans to win.
Yeah.
Just a very poor performance of Justin Herbert. And I would love to jump right into the Packers game and skip a few games because Justin Herbert played just like Jordan Love. They both threw like 3 or 4 picks. I am actually a diehard Packers fan, as you may know. I'm wearing an Eagles sweatshirt because technically I do like Jalen Hurts. But when he's playing my team, I don't want them to win. But guess what? Packers were not ready. Packers came into that game coming off a loss from the Vikings and the Bears. Their heads were just not they were not right, and they couldn't tackle. We got bad calls. I don't believe that was a fumble on the opening kickoff. They showed a clear replay from above that the guy had the ball like right in his crotch.
Yeah.
And I guess they give them 5 extra minutes to take cigarettes and buzz their arms so they can let go of the ball, and I guess that's how it works. It's just like the longest yard, but can't win them all, I guess. So expectations were pretty low there.
Yeah, it was so to kind of revamp it back to the Chargers, Texans, and the Packers and Eagles games, and obviously the Eagles, if no one has seen this, won, what was it, 19-10, or it was 20-something to 10?
22-10.
I thought this game would be better, the Packers and Eagles game. I thought it did kind of end close, but it was really sloppy play. A lot of injuries on the Packers.
A lot of miscues.
Yeah.
Missed field goals from 25 yards. Got to put those in the net.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It was not. I'll just say this: there hasn't been one single game worth a shit watching.
Jordan Love looked like an early Brett Favre, just heaving that ball as far as he could, not even seeing if there was a player down the field. He's not looking for a receiver like Tyreek Hill, where he's just running around like throw it up and I'll catch it. No, we have all of our starting wide receivers out. So we got Bo Melton, Dontavian Wicks, Malik Heath, just running routes, wrong routes. Jordan Love's just throwing the ball and just like praying, someone catch it, please. Not even close. Very frustrating. But that was you can play the whole Packers season and replay, and it's just like injuries, miscues, can't beat anyone in the NFC North. So, in all reality, if we would have beat the Eagles tonight, do I think we could have beat the Lions?
Not with all those injuries.
50-50.
Not with all those injuries.
50-50. Jordan Love plays way better in domes, inside stadiums. But yeah, this year I just kind of fell apart and kind of lost hope on the last part of the season. Was complete opposite of what happened last season, where we basically ran the table and beat the Cowboys, and then unfortunately we had to lose to Brock Purdy. But anyways,
they ended on more of a high note. But going back, I guess, to Chargers, Texans. Texans are frauds. They won because the Chargers basically just didn't show up. Texans, I think, will be just out right away.
I like Justin Herbert. I know you're not a huge fan of him, but the only thing I can't stand with Herbert is every time they're losing or they know they're going to lose, they always pan to his face on the sidelines. He looks like this. Like, you can't do anything about it. You just got to realize he's made all these mistakes and he can't win playoff games. But the
Steelers and Ravens game, 28-14, kind of looked close. It was not even close. The Steelers got 2 garbage touchdowns in the end. The Steelers didn't show up. It was a pretty boring game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say the Packers game was more boring than the Ravens game now, thinking about it.
Well, all three of those games were not even worth watching, to be honest with you.
Can't win them all, but so far, so good on all of the higher seeds winning.
That is correct, yeah. And
We're
then
3 for 3 or 4 for 4. Bills,
yeah,
Ravens.
yeah. Earlier today,
Eagles,
the Bills slaughtered the Broncos 31-7. So that was.
Broncos never stood a chance. They were not a playoff team.
I was expecting that. I was expecting the Broncos to just lay down, basically.
Did I look up at the TV and see that the Broncos were up 7-3, and I was like,
in
maybe
the
they
very
will
beginning?
surprise us.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it was gone. Josh Allen's like, nope, I just got engaged, and I'm going to run this table.
So, yeah, 4 lackluster games, 4 nothing really worth the shit, in my opinion. And we got 2 more games, so let's hope they're better, because this was a garbage wild card. Like, I could have slept through this whole thing and been like, oh, they won? Okay. Next.
Ditto.
Tonight is the Commanders and Buccaneers.
I am a big Baker Mayfield fan.
Yeah. No, I'm a big Baker
No,
fan.
I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan. He's baking his goods good tonight.
Well, I'm taking Baker.
But it doesn't matter.
I'm taking
because
Baker.
In all reality, it doesn't matter who we want to win. It's always the opposite team. So if I wanted to just run around and list off who's going to make it to the Super Bowl, I already know what it is.
Wait, before you get to that, so you're taking Bucks tonight.
I'm going to take the Bucks tonight, but the Commanders will win.
That doesn't make sense. How?
It's just how it's going to work. I want the Bucks. I'm going to take the Bucks.
So you want the Bucks,
Yeah,
but
I
they're
want
not
the Bucks to
gonna
win,
win.
but the
Okay.
Commanders are going to win.
Okay, I got you now.
It's just how it's going to go.
What?
Unless Baker Mayfield comes out, has a 350-yard passing game, 4 passing touchdowns. Mike Evans has a baller night, 2 touchdowns. Maybe Jalen McMillan has a touchdown. Bucky Irving has a couple. Maybe it's like a 45-40 game. You never know. I think it's going to be high scoring, in all honesty.
I think so too. But I think I'm taking the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers are going to win. But Monday night's game with the Rams and the Vikings. Sorry, Nick. Vikings are just not going to show up again, and they're going to be out just like the Packers happened.
You know, our company friend Nick, he actually made a good point. California wildfires, very unfortunate disaster. Our prayers go out to everyone that has lost homes, lost family members. I don't know if anyone's died, but I'm sure
there's
there
been a
has
few,
been. But, it's I don't even know what word I'm looking for.
Unresponsive.
No,
Unbelievable.
it's unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
That this is happening. But our friend made up a good point that the Los Angeles Rams probably will upset the Vikings because of what's happening out there. And they're going to need something to bring the city back together. And that's what the NFL is going to want to do.
Yeah.
Make the Los Angeles Rams win that game
Part of
however they can.
Part of the script.
Yep. Follow the script.
Well, going off the script, who, if you've read into the script at all, who do you have going to the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship? And then who's going to win those two? You want to start? Let's start with the NFC.
The Detroit Lions.
It's going to be Detroit and who?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
No, in the NFC.
The Detroit Lions.
Versus
probably the
Eagles? Who are you going to pick? It doesn't matter? You're just saying that it doesn't really matter?
I don't care. It doesn't, yeah.
It doesn't
Basically, my thoughts on the playoffs is just who makes it to the Super Bowl and wins, and it's the Chiefs.
Well, so you're saying it's going to be Detroit and the Chiefs, and you think the Chiefs are going to win?
Yes, the Detroit Lions are going to be facing off against most likely the Philadelphia Eagles, and then the Chiefs will make it to the AFC Championship and face the Buffalo Bills. That's what I truly think. I think Lamar Jackson's going to crumble and fold.
Okay.
Per normal. Sorry, Ravens fans. That's just what I believe. So hate me if you want to, but my opinion. I get to keep it. But yeah, I think that's just how the next 10 years are going to go. It's all set and staged. These little secret people coming out of the tunnels. Hey, Chiefs, 49ers, Chiefs, Lions, Chiefs, Vikings, Chiefs, Panthers. It's just, they already know it's set in stone. So it's just like, why do we get excited? I was telling Lucas, I hate watching playoffs.
Yeah.
Nowadays. It's just like, I know it's going to happen. I could cheer my ass off for my own team. I know they're not going to win. So it's just move on.
Yeah, it is kind of lackluster, and I do agree with Sam. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
This has been the predictions all season long. All 4 teams, so if analysts, fans, blah, 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 whoever predicts who's going to make it, they fill out their brackets. I can tell you 95% of brackets, doesn't matter what anyone lives, they could be a diehard Packers fan, but it's going to be these 4 teams in the championship round this year. It's going to be the Chiefs, the Bills, Lions, and Eagles. Because guess what? They're the 4 best teams.
Yeah. Well,
the Vikings are up there, but you know the Vikings are going to lose. If they don't, then it's Vikings versus Vikings versus Lions in the NFC Championship. And guess who wins? Chiefs.
Well, yeah. I agree. Those 4 are in there. The only saving grace for anyone out there is Baker Mayfield. Only saving grace.
Yeah. He can do it.
Yeah.
He's a winner.
He's the only one that can affect the status quo, and hopefully he can come out firing tonight and show everyone what he's made of, and then move on, get to the championship round, kick some ass, and then kick some Chief ass, because we know the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
I believe Baker Mayfield is in his prime right now. He is in his prime as Brett Favre was in 1996, and Brett Favre won the Super Bowl in 96. So that's 5 years of play. Baker Mayfield was a rookie in 2018, so he's basically 5 years into the NFL.
Yeah.
6. So Bucks can be our saving grace.
Yeah.
My hope would be a Bucks-Eagles NFC Championship, but that's not possible because of the seedings.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right.
I'm wearing an Eagles shirt, but I would rather have the Bucks. The only reason I have Eagles gear is because I was obsessed with Jalen Hurts. I had a nice collection of his cards. I sold them all. I have no more Jalen Hurts, so I don't care what the Eagles do anymore. That's how I go. If I have investments in certain players on certain teams, I'll cheer for those teams. But if I don't have anything, don't care.
True. Very true. Yeah. So I think if you want to just tune out the rest of the playoffs and just show up on the Super Bowl, you wouldn't be surprised by who's there, by any means.
Yeah, I could fall asleep in a coma for about the next 4 weeks, and then I'd wake up in perfect time, and Chiefs won Super Bowl 3-peat. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady.
And everyone that is going to probably destroy us and be like, oh, you guys just hate the Chiefs. Sure, whatever you want to say. But Patrick Mahomes has played a terrible season. His numbers don't equate to shit. He's not even a top 10 quarterback, stats-wise. You can go look that up yourself, because I already did. And they're just status quo, boring, lame, and no one enjoys them except for their own fans. And that is disgusting, to be honest with you, because they're not even good. They're not even good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
agreed.
I don't know if you have any other thoughts on some playoffs, or maybe some.
I would love to say that I'm looking forward to the next round, but I'm really not. If the Bucks lose tonight,
it's pretty straight.
All my favorite teams are basically out. I wanted the Chargers to go far. They didn't. I wanted the Packers to go far. They didn't.
Yep.
I wanted the Bucks to go far. To be determined. And then that's it. I don't have any more teams that I want to watch.
Yeah, I agree. They're pretty plain Jane. And I know there's a bunch of Bills fans out there like, we want a Super Bowl. I doubt you guys will get one because you can't beat Patrick Mahomes to save your life in the playoffs. If it was regular season, you guys are like Peyton Manning in the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs,
don't hate on the Bills fans. We would rather have the Bills beat the Chiefs.
I would, but I'm just saying.
So don't hate on us for not liking the Bills. We don't mind the Bills. I feel like they have one good player. And it's Josh Allen.
True.
Josh Allen, DeMar Hamlin, and James Cook. That's all I know on the team. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
But they're not really good. But whatever.
You're all laugh. Yeah, so we will be back next week to talk more football. But before we end this bad boy, we're doing a little hot takes. Because usually when I come down here, Sam and I and Nick, and when Gary is around, we'll play some 64. And usually I'm winning all the time. Sam is bottom barrel.
It's completely false. I am the king at any N64 game that we've grown up playing. and no one can beat me. So I don't know where you're coming from. If you beat me in a game, it's blitz because he does the same play 20 times in a row.
Yeah, that's right. And Libby's looking at us like a weirdo. So, that's right. Yeah, because Nick didn't want to be on the podcast. That's right, Nick. Nick didn't want to be on the podcast.
Don't put that in.
It's too late. It's already in.
We're almost done.
So we are going to rank our top 5
Nintendo 64 games.
Yes.
Of all time.
Let's start with 5. We'll go back and forth.
Okay.
I'll start with my 5th one. My 5th one, I put Mario Kart 64 because it's a classic.
Mario 64.
No.
Mario Kart.
Oh, sorry, Mario 64. Yeah, I read that.
What
wrong.
is Mario 64?
Mario 64? The single player Mario. You jump into paintings. Have you ever played it?
Not really.
Oh, okay. He doesn't play single player games. He only plays multiplayer.
No, I don't
games.
play the games that are for 5-year-olds that are easy to beat. Play the
Well,
more difficult ones.
Mario 64 is a top 5. It's a good game, and that's why I like it.
My number 5 is Mario Kart.
Oh, you put it all the way to the bottom there?
I did put it all the way at the bottom for one reason. I'm too good at it, so it's boring to play against people.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be way up there. We used to have there was one time, I don't know if you were there, but this is back when we were in high school days, and when we didn't have a job yet, during the summer,
Yeah.
I had 3 buddies live in the same neighborhood as me, and they would come over and we would do a Mario Kart marathon. We would play Mario Kart for 12 hours straight. However, there were breaks in between. Not long breaks, but like hey, let's go grab something to eat or whatever. But we would have it paused, but there's a way when you play multiplayer, you could gain first places, second places, third places, fourth places. And I'm pretty sure with 12 hours of play, I had over 100 wins. Just absolutely dominated. And since that day, I just told myself, I was like, I am too good at this game. No one can beat me. And my favorite memory of Mario Kart was on the train track course. Mm-hmm. My buddy was driving in front, and I had a star, and it was on the first lap. And he's coming around this corner like this, and I'm coming back this. I'm cutting the desert. Mm. And then I go outside of him with the star. And if you bump into someone with a star, they shoot, fly in the air. So I come in, and I shock put him into the train tracks, and he couldn't figure out how to get out. He kept driving the opposite way, and he passed finish line in the train tracks, but it wouldn't give him a credit. He was so mad, I think he broke a controller.
Perfect.
So yes, Mario Kart is number 5 for me.
Well, my number 4 is Blitz, because I love Blitz. It's probably my favorite NFL game. It's still my favorite today. It's better than the new Madden, the old Maddens, any Madden you got out there. Because
Madden 04?
Yeah, it's better
Michael
than that.
Vick?
Yeah, it's better than that one.
I don't know.
Whatever, man. I love it because it's so unrealistic that it's realistic. And there's streaks. It's just great. And Sam struggles to beat me, and that's the best part about it. The only time he beats me is when I get a little too liquored up. Then he's like, oh, now I can beat this guy. Let's play some Blitz. So, number 4, Blitz.
My number 4 is Yoshi's Story.
Oh, my God. This one sucked.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
My brother owned that game, and I couldn't even get past the first stage. It made no sense.
It's a dumb game.
My number 4 is probably Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest. A lot of memories growing up. Nick also obviously lived 5 houses down from me when he first moved into the neighborhood. I met him, and then he obviously had all the same likings that I did, sports, everything. And I would go over to his little 4x4 room and play Slugfest for hours on end. And I would always be the Mariners because I loved Ken Griffey Jr. So that would be my number 4. Fun game. Good home run derby setup in that game. It's fun.
Well, my number 3 was your number 5, and that's Mario Kart, because it's a great one.
At number 3?
Yeah.
That's so high.
It's a good
It's a game for babies.
I'm sorry. I'm so good at it that I gotta put it down.
I played that game as a drinking game.
Yeah, that's why I like it. That's why I put it up there.
But you played it a different way. I
What?
play it where you have to hold your controller with a beer can. And, hold on,
Okay.
you have to finish your beer before you finish the race. So there's theory in it. Mm-hmm. So I would always chug my beer as fast as I can, basically a shotgun, while other people are, way up there.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you do that at the beginning of the game, you're in last place.
Yeah.
So you're going to get stars, lightnings, speed boosters, red turtle nibblers, spike balls.
Well, I'll say this. Anyone that plays the drinking Mario Kart part, if you allow people to drink and drive, that's stupid. You're not allowed to do that. If you're going to play the drinking Mario Kart, the rules are when you're going to drink, your cart has to be stopped. So if that's what you just explained, where you have to wait right away, or
Well, we had two ways we'd play. The other way is holding the can, and you got to drink while you're steering.
Yeah, there's no drinking and driving. That's bullcrap.
Yeah, I'm just. Before we move on to the next game, since we're talking about Mario Kart, who's the character that you use
Ooh.
most of the time?
Most of the time? Well, when I was a kid, I always used Yoshi.
Shock. Everyone does.
But now, I like to use Mario Luigi. I don't know why.
Luigi is my probably go-to, but for a long time I was Bowser. Because Bowser had a secret power. I don't know if anyone knows about
He's
this.
so fast and big, he can knock people over.
Yeah, you run into that person, you can make them spin out like a little loser, laying down like a wet dog in the background. Bowser's way up there, the big beast. Everyone's like, hey, yeah, he's oversized. No, he wins every time.
Yeah.
My number 3?
Yeah, what's your number 3?
My number 3, God, it's got to be GoldenEye.
Okay, it's a good.
James Bond GoldenEye.
Wait. Are you putting it at number 3 because it's the whole game, or just because of the multiplayer part? Like, are you considering the single player?
Game.
Because the single player was adequate. I'm not going to say it's terrible.
Single player was, it wasn't the greatest, but I did play it single player once in a while, just try to beat it. I beat it like multiple times. After that, I think it's just more fun playing multiplayer. You know, getting pissed, getting spawned in this same spot, and the guy's just sitting in the corner right when he spawns. It's done. We played License to Kill, which is one shot dead.
Yeah.
It's just more fun. It's stupid running around. Hey, guys, I shot him 40 times and he's still running around. Unrealistic. One shot, you're dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, also that game. See, I like going into the description on the games, who you use. I used Pierce Brosnan.
That's James Bond. You don't have to use his name.
So,
That's his actor name.
Well, maybe people nowadays don't know who it was back then. They were like, oh, I like the Sean guy from like 3 years ago. No, Pierce Brosnan was a shit. I got cologne that smells like Pierce Brosnan. I found this moniker guy. He was in a suit. He's in an Arctic suit. He's got like a weird face.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Weird face mask on. That would piss people off. And then Nick would always use the short guy.
Objob.
Yeah, because he's short and he just runs around. He runs on his knees, and you can't shoot him because he's moving too fast. So yeah, I would always lose to that because it was baloney.
I liked the paintball, thing when you turn.
You used to use the girl.
No, I didn't. I always remember wanting to be Objob, but anytime I play with someone, they're like, "No, I'm Objob," and I never got to be Objob unless I play by myself. And how are you going to play by yourself?
Well, there was a way you could just get on your knees and crawl around.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you put it on fast mode, we
Yeah.
always use fast mode, License to Kill, and paintball mode. So every time you shot, it'd be the paintball
What about
marks.
big head mode? That was fun.
Pinhead?
Big head.
Oh no, that's stupid. That was for people that couldn't see. Your number 2.
My number two is an all-time classic. It is Zelda Ocarina of Time, or what the cool kids say, OOT. Sam was looking at my list before we started. He's like, what is OOT? This guy doesn't even know what Zelda is.
I disagree. I don't think Zelda was a very good game.
Did you ever play it?
Didn't need to.
Oh my god. I put so many hours into that. I lived that. That's all I did. Play.
I think that's a really good game, but I think Donkey Kong's better. Donkey Kong sucks. Know what? You suck.
I don't have Donkey Kong on my fucking top list because it
I
wasn't
don't
that
have
good.
a list. I just know my games.
It wasn't even that good. So
My number 2.
wait. To go back to Legend of Zelda, it's a great game because the storyline and everything about it is just breathtaking and amazing. And the end battle with Ganon, or Ganondorf and then to Ganon, is one of probably the most still epic ones. And I just beat it this year again for fun and for nostalgic reasons. And it still holds up. So
I messed up on my list, unfortunately.
You messed up on your list.
But not necessarily.
Like numbers wise?
Yes.
So you're gonna shift stuff.
Not anymore because it's already said and done. But I will just mention.
Well,
We do have
honorable mentions after this.
I was gonna
one,
have Blitz
so.
up high because I have two. I have two.
Okay.
My top 2 left, and I thought Blitz was gonna be up there, and I thought of another game that I forgot about. So I'm putting Blitz at 6.
So it's an
Even though it's probably
so it's an
above-
honorable. It's an honorable mention.
It's not. It would probably be where Mario Kart is, and then Mario Kart would be number 6.
Oh, it's an honorable mention.
So not much of a change.
Well, before you do your second, my honorable mention is Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Not Turek.
No, I only played Turok on the PlayStation 2. That one. I never played it on 64. Did you play it on 64?
Yeah, I had the game.
I did like the dinosaurs, but didn't play it. But Conker's Bad Fur Day, great game. I don't own it. I do want to get it, but I played it. It's a mature game, so it's for adults.
Yeah, you're like 6. I don't know why I'm doing this podcast with a 6-year-old.
What's your number 2?
My number 2, which will piss people off, NBA Courtside.
Oh my god.
That is another game I just love to piss people off in that game. I know how to steal the basketball, and no one else does. And Gary can back me up on this. He gets so mad playing me in that game. And I'm like basically the same team. I got Muggsy Bogues for the Hornets. And then there's another, I think it's the Atlanta Hawks or something. Can't remember his name. Dikembe Mutombo. I dominated that game. It's just so fun. I take 3-pointers from half court, swish, and the other person tries to take a layup and they can't even make it. Streaks, big streak game. You could be up 30 points and be like, this game's in the books, and all of a sudden, before you know it, it's a tied game. They come back down from 30.
All right.
I'll go to my number 1.
No, I'll go to my number
No.
1. No, I will.
My number 1 is
Super Smash Bros.
I don't know why that's your number 1, because you've never beat me personally in my career.
Okay. Don't
lie on camera.
One. It's a great game. It's fun to play with your friends because you can kick their ass or get your ass kicked by your friends. And 2, Sam is arguably the OP Pikachu, the best one in the game. I'm playing as Zelda, or I should say Link, and he doesn't have the best, jumping and certain things.
I mastered my character. It is not the OPP in the game.
Oh.
Once you buy that game when you were young and you just start using a character that you like,
well,
I just picked Pikachu because I've always liked Pokemon.
Okay, hold on. When I started playing the game, used to be Kirby all the time. And I love being Kirby. But then I started playing with you guys, and Gary's Kirby. And you can't have 2 of the same people being the same characters.
Yeah, you can.
It gets confusing.
No, it's not. You have a green hat, a blue hat, and a red hat.
No, that's for Pikachu. Kirby's different colors.
Well, that's easy. Just say I'm blue and he's red.
No,
Pink.
it doesn't work
Pink
out
and the
like
stink.
that. No. It doesn't work out like that. So, I used to be Kirby. And Kirby is also kind of cheating because he can just float along like a little balloon. Ooh.
Well, that's Gary.
Yeah.
Stay-at-home Gary. He is always Kirby. And
he hides in the corner.
Yeah, he will be frustrated about this clip because he would love to be here to say the same thing we're saying. No, I'm the best at this game. I'm the better person at this game.
Let me explain this really quick.
I know how to explain it.
Sam does have some natural skill at kicking people's ass with Pikachu.
I go for people. Yes, I fight people. Yes, I don't sit in the corner.
I will sit and fight, and then here's Gary off in the corner. He's just like, hey guys, I'm just going to collect items and watch you guys fight till the end. Then I get my ass kicked by Sam
if
here.
We're playing
and then here comes Gary. Oh, I'm going to finish second.
If we're playing Pokemon Stadium in that game, all whatever her name is, Kirby, her name, flies over to that little building by itself, and he'll sit there and wait for someone to come over there. And then what he does, he grabs him and then shoots him all the way down. So he basically kills himself too.
Yeah.
But he'll do that if he knows he has more lives than everyone else. So he'll just go whoop, down, whoop, down, whoop, down.
Yeah. It's pretty bullshit.
Doesn't get me anymore. I come over there with the little shock, the spin shock, and then I have to keep doing that little ball shoot to keep getting him over the edge, and then I take him and I kick him off the side. Just a classic game. It's one of those games I wish they would maybe either come out with another type of Nintendo 64, but not really changed much, and then bring back all the old games. I know they've brought back Super Smash for like Wii and those other systems, but then they add a million characters. I don't like that. I like it simple.
Yeah.
If they just brought the same exact game back and kept all of the same buttons, better graphics, I would be
I could agree
sweet.
with that. Yeah.
Just a better graphic game. That'd be so sweet.
It was just simple. I do like the other ones. Sam doesn't play the other ones because he can't be as dominant. So.
No, I just don't need to.
But, I think Super Smash Bros. Is a killer one. And its single-player mode is still good because you can still practice, learn, and then you can get good enough to, invite your friends over and kick their ass. So I invite my friends to come over, and Gary hides in the corner, and Sam just kicks my ass. So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got any other thoughts on any other 64 games? The controller layout itself? Do you love the controller layout of it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's simple. It's easy. That's how everything back used to be.
Okay. Well,
Every now and then you gotta, hey, I'm gonna play COD, but you gotta throw 30 buttons down for one power move. Oh, that's cool. No, it's not. But I'll tell you one thing: if they brought Nintendo 64 back and you could play online, I would definitely have an account to play online, and I would be making money.
That would be
beating
fun.
Everyone's ass.
That would be fun. If they had 64 Super Smash Bros. Online, that would be fun. You go in a room,
Yeah, I would
get
play
up
it every
to
night.
10 people. You know?
I would play it every night.
That would be fun.
My dog would ask for food, and I'd be like, "No, I'm playing this video game. You go find something out in the woods."
Well, there you go, folks. We're gonna go watch the Commanders and Bucks game that just started here, and hopefully see Baker Mayfield kick some ass and get to the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah, that's what we're cheering for.
other than that, always remember, go subscribe to all of our social media. We do have a website, www.mustardcats.com. This is Sam's house. We're hanging out here. We're going to try and do more in-person ones as much as we can, but that's all I got for you. You got anything else to say?
Nope.
Perfect. Well,
Go Chiefs. I love Patrick Mahomes.
we're out of here.
Peace out.